Good morning, 8:32 a.m. Eastern Standard Time on the East Coast in the United States of America. I'm XRP, future millionaire, and I reside in the great state of Michigan. So guys, I had them up our bonuses. So when you click on BITGET, this is, if you click my link in the video description below, my partnered link, this is what you get for your rewards. There's tiered rewards, and there's added things in here as well. So if you click on my partnered link below, you'll see the difference between, so you get 5,000 in rewards for there, but if you just sign up to BITGET, you get $4,163 in bonuses, possibly. So if you use my link, there's added bonuses in the video description below. I encourage you to join me on BITGET. It's literally by far the easiest exchange I've used, and the futures trade it seamlessly, and they even have a reverse feature where when I buy, let's say I buy, and then right when I sell, it can automatically put in a short from a long or a long from a short, you know, the opposite. The other thing that I'm coming to notice is when you leverage trade, you can start on a 20x, 10x, 5x, and you can shift it while the trade's still going on. So if you have a 20x trade, you can turn it down to 13x as it's becoming more volatile, and from that next move, instead of the next move on the chart being 20x from where it's at, it'll be 13x from there, or 5x or 1x. So that's really vital that we can change our leverage in the middle of a trade. And just in case it's a volatile trade, this is actually a very, very key feature. So what we're looking at this morning is a lot of what I talked about yesterday, but we need to start doing this a little bit different on the charts. The short-term moves are fine, but I want to start bringing this back into a long-term projection. What do I think in the long term of XRP? I talk every single day of short-term, but you know, that gets a little boring because the market is so volatile. We can watch the patterns and simply say, okay, well, this is what it looks like. We're in an ascending triangle. But in the long term, in the grand scheme for XRP, I'm very bullish. Just, it's hard for me to be like, oh, it's bullish, 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 even though, you know, in the grand scheme of things, I know XRP is going to be worth a lot of money. I know the ISO coins are going to rip. You know, they're going to be awesome. It's just, I'm trying to keep everybody from losing their money. So in the long scale, I'm very bullish. At just over 29.8 cents or whatever, I bought 1,222 XRP. My plan was to sell it, but now I'm just going to layer it in. That XRP just won't be sold, no matter how cheap XRP gets. I've got those for about just under, what, just about 300 bucks. You know, so I'm going to keep those. That's my plan. So I guess you could call that the start of the layering in, because there's no point of selling it unless I decide to sell it when it's at 35 cents if it gets up there. So, but in the long term, when we look out a daily, a monthly, after we finish these consolidations, I've called for a long time that we're going to come down here and maybe come down here, because we've got to come back and reconsolidate these zones. It's just the way it goes. I don't make the fucking rules. I don't. But I've watched charts for too long to know that this was never going to play out. And like, when you look at it on a weekly time frame, there is a distinct possibility that we do have this kind of pattern going on. Like, we can see it now in the longer, wider time frames. So when we get down to the bottom, I'm going to be very, very bullish on XRP. The problem is I might not be able to get that price until about 10.3. See what I'm saying? So even from 29 cents, it could cut by a 50%, 60%, 70%. And that's the pattern it looks like. I think in the weekly, it's showing us already what we're in. We've got two tests of support down here on 2017 at about 12.6, 2020 at about 11.8, no, about 10.7. You've got resistance in 2018 at about 50.506. You've got resistance again, 0.506. I'm in the weekly, I mean, and this is 2020. And like, you can see it, but this is, so you had $1.83 here. You had $3.26 here. But down here, you had all the way down to 12, 11 cents. So that's 18. And then in 2021, as you guys know, I was on the air and we talked through this whole bull run. We got up to like $1.98. now we're sitting right here. I mean, to me, it seems like we're in a downward trajectory. We have a weekly bearish cross, a bearish divergence, but we did have this potential to move up this pattern. That's why I was calling for 34, 35 cents possibly. 33 cents was that target I thought was going to hit yesterday, which it did. I made a couple trades that nothing special for the group. So if you're interested in that, obviously join the BITGET and then join me on the copy trading. Just add XRP Future Millionaire on copy trading. And when we do our classes on Twitch at 8 to 9 p.m., you can help be involved with the positions. I did open one last night for about 6% and close it before I went to bed. But this is the long term, guys. Long term, I'm looking at us having to come down here and retouching this. We've already broke the integrity up here. So long term, we need to come down here first before we do anything more significant. That's just the way it goes. So that's what I'm watching. In the immediate short term, now that we look at the long pattern, the immediate short term, which is important for anybody in a position, we're looking to see if we can actually continue this breakout, move back up here to 33.5, or do we get rejected in this area? Because there's going to be an opportunity to buy this if you want to go long. It's just you're running out of opportunities, because by the time you do go long, it's already gone up from yesterday. Now it's up here to almost 33 cents. You know, everybody needs to make a decision on what they want to do. Personally, I tell you to stay liquidated unless you want to have a little fun leverage trading, put a little bit of money in there and go crazy. But other than that, we're leaving our positions. Now, we're being supported on the 4-hour time frame and the 20-day. So if this continues to move up and we have one more move up, we're going to come up here. And if this pulls through, I mean, this is where you could get an interesting rise back up. XRP has been stuck in this area for several days. Actually, for the better part of, now this is 11 days now we've been in here. 10 days we've been in this range. When you're consolidating 10 range and you show a bullish W, chances are you're going up to about this rate. We could come all the way up to 35. We could fill out this pattern at 36.1. And we're in a tier 1 to 2 breakout. Right now it's just the ascending triangle that goes from tier 1 right here, or the uptrend, and comes up here or crashes here. I mean, that's the end. So at any time, if we lose this stability, we're going to come way down. The problem that I'm having right now, and I wanted to go back long this morning just to try to finish out a little more of this run because we had a good day yesterday. The problem is look at that volume in the 4-hour time frame. I don't trust it. I don't trust that volume. I've seen 3 concurrent wick pull downs with a quick wick up on this one, and now it's just pulling back down. It's a tricky area right here. So XRP Future Millionaire, make sure to hit that like button. I do appreciate each and every one of you. I want to bring this from a longer time frame as well, just like Bitcoin. You look at Bitcoin from the farther time frame, we have to come back to the uptrend immediately. This is what I've been saying for a long time. The uptrend is not going to care that we went way up there. Bitcoin at some point is going to have to come and prove this uptrend, and that's at like 5,500. I know it sounds crazy. I know it sounds impossible, but it's not. Look in the weekly, the pattern we've been on. This is not impossible. Imagine if Michael Saylor gets liquidated. Because you know they don't want that schlub in there with all that Bitcoin. So, I mean, this is telling us we might not come to 5,600, but we're going to hit this uptrend somewhere. If we hit it here, it's 52. If we hit it here, it's 62. I mean, this is a utter disaster, ladies and gentlemen, in the crypto market. And until you understand what's really going on, like this is a nice old-fashioned bull trap. And yeah, there's opportunities for money, but if you're waiting to long hold, you have to wait for it to go farther down. Even though we're going to get a pump, it's going to come farther down. Look at that weekly cross. In the EMA lines, we had a weekly bearish cross in the week, or we had a bearish cross in the weekly time frame. To me, this doesn't look done. In the next 3 days and 12 hours, it looks like it's going to want to come back down. So I'm not being unreasonable. I'm looking at the pattern that's out in front of me. And then I can also see we had a tier breakout here as well. And now if we hit this and hold it as support, we can definitely come up to 37,000. I just don't know. I'm stuck right now. And the easiest way for me to do this for everybody in the immediate short term, you've seen the long term projection, but in the immediate short term, watch this uptrend. If this uptrend breaks, get out if you're in. Because then you at least know you're coming back down here. So watch this uptrend. As long as it rides it, there is a chance we can make a divergence, a bullish cross here. So make sure to hit that like button. And if you're on my channel and you see that subscribe button's red, do me a favor at hashtag free the grays. Turn that subscribe button from red to gray. So if my channel page is red, you are not subscribed to my channel, and that's a shame. Turn it gray, subscribe to the channel. Hashtag be better, do better. Hashtag FUD assassins. And remember, help one person each and every day. Because if I don't do my part and you don't do your part, what the hell is the point? And most importantly, stay true to yourself. Who cares what everybody says? If you understand what you're doing, if you understand what you're trying to do, don't ever let anybody else take you down, because that's the objective, to keep you right where you're at so that they don't feel bad about themselves.